Your brain is holding on to things that no longer exist. That faded ticket stub, that 5-year-old text message. They aren't just objects. They're anchors, keeping you trapped in a version of yourself that is gone. Most people call this nostalgia, but they are wrong. Today, we decode the psychology of why your heart refuses to delete the past. Welcome back. Today, we're diving into something most of us do to some degree, but very few of us actually understand. Memory hoarding isn't just about keeping old stuff. It's about what's happening deep inside the brain and the heart. And what you discover might surprise you, because it says a lot about how deeply a person is capable of loving. A memory hoarder is someone who attaches extreme significance to objects, photographs, messages, and even specific places. They don't just remember, they preserve. Every birthday card, every voicemail, every blurry photo. To outsiders, this looks like clutter. But to the memory hoarder, each item is a portal. A portal back to a feeling, a person, or a version of themselves. Personality types. Research shows memory hoarders often score high on emotional sensitivity. Their nervous systems are genuinely wired to feel more deeply. Both joy and loss hit harder. When something beautiful happens, they instinctively try to freeze it. Make it permanent. Capture it before it slips away. Nothing lasts, and that terrifies them. Anticipatory grief. The experience of grieving something before it is even gone. Memory hoarders live with a constant, quiet awareness of time passing. Collecting memories is their way of pushing back. It's not weakness. It's actually a form of profound love for life itself. Many memory hoarders have what psychologists call an anxious attachment style. This means they form very deep bonds, but always carry a quiet fear that those bonds could break. So they hold on to proof, evidence that the love was real. If someone leaves, the objects connected to them become almost sacred, like relics. Getting rid of those objects feels like erasing the person, admitting they never existed. This isn't pathological, unless it seriously interferes. For most, it's simply how they process love and loss. Let's make this personal. Here are 6 signs. 1. You still have texts from people no longer in your life. Sometimes, late at night, you reread them. 2. You take far more photos than you'll ever post, just to have them, just in case. 3. Throwing away a gift feels genuinely wrong. For certain songs or smells pull you completely back. Honestly, you love that feeling. 5. You journal or screenshot specific things so you won't forget. 6. Losing your phone with all its photos genuinely devastates you. If you nodded along, you're probably a memory hoarder. Comment below which one hit closest to home. There's a cost to holding on this tightly. When you're always preserving the past, you aren't here. Memory hoarders can struggle to be fully present. Closing that door is hard. Furniture that is psychologically called self-distancing. Closing that door is hard because letting go of evidence feels like letting go of the story. Going back through old memories is comforted. Here is the reframe. I want you to hear this. Memory hoarders know life is precious, irreplaceable. In a world where people scroll past, you stop. That is a form of emotional intelligence that most people never develop. The challenge is learning which ones to carry. Not every memory deserves a permanent home. Healthy memory hoarders honor the past without living in it. They keep the love. They release the pain. So do you hoard memories? Tell me one memory that means everything to you. Subscribe so you never miss a video. Next week, blow your mind. Take care.